All right, everyone. I am so excited. Are you folks ready to jump into today's Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge? My name is VooDoo Val, and I'm going to be your host yet again on this beautiful Thursday morning for me here in Northern California. And we're going to dive into sort of how you folks can get involved with the Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge. If you have never been involved with the Creative Challenge before, we're going to talk about why this Daily Creative Challenge is so special. And we're also going to kind of jump in and take a peek at the Discord a little bit because things have been pretty popping over there. Yo, what's up, Sam? Annika, save your work. It's good to see you. Also, if you guys have not been tuning in to the streams throughout the day, further on, Annika Agarwal, one of our good friends here on Adobe Live, is a guest this week, so you definitely don't want to miss that stream. Maybe the creature is a walking... No. It's good to see you, General Kenobi. Hello there. Tim Lunas, Sean, Beatrice, Kevin, Ferry. I see Frank. I see Susan. Alvar, Ted, my friend who's been so helpful in the Discord. Thank you so much. Sin Lagos, it's good to see you. All right, I am going to kind of bump over here to the challenge page, the challenge page. Really quick and show you folks what is going on over here. Quick reminder, however, first, before I do that, if you are over on the YouTube channel and you're wondering who I'm saying hello to this morning, ooh, what happened? Why? My whole Streamlabs just did a weird somersault. There we go. If you're wondering who I'm talking to and why I'm calling out people that you don't see, is because I am reading the Behance chat. So if you folks want to head over to behance.net/live, that is where I will see you. That is where you will get all the helpful, wonderful resources and links and things that you need to kind of work on the challenge with me and all that good stuff. But without further ado, let's jump over here. This is the challenge page, behance.net/challenge/Photoshop. You'll know that you're in the right place. If you see the July 26th through August 20th date up here at the top, you can scroll down here and see that every day we unlock a challenge for you. We've gone through making a mood board already. We've done an informational promo, which was super fun. And today we're going to be doing illustrated creatures, which I'm super pumped about. It's going to be super awesome. We're going to do some painting and things, and wink wink, this challenge is going to kind of tie into a later challenge, so I hope that you will join us for this one. If not, I will make sure that you have my assets for the future challenge that needs what we create today. But if you guys are going to do the challenge today, then you will have really cool assets to do something pretty nifty in the future, which I'm very excited about. Claddy, hello! It's good to see you. All right, so we are going to jump into illustrated sea creatures today. Why are we doing illustrated sea creatures? Why does everything seem to be sea creature themed? Well, I shall tell you. I shall tell you why. I'm gonna pop over here real quick and make sure I pull up the proper tab real quick. There we go. So we have a Create Waves sort of contest project going on with Adobe at the moment. You can grab actually the super cool Create Waves Creative CC library for yourselves to kind of have some assets to work on these projects with, because this has been marked as the ocean decade, the decade of ocean conservation, to take care of our ocean, to explore and learn more about the mysterious realm that is the ocean, and put a little more thought and time and things into how we take care of our fellow ocean creatures on this planet with us. So we're going to be kind of diving into ocean-themed projects for the entire DCC, because if you folks would like to enter the Create Waves contest, you can, and you can probably use one of our contests or one of our challenges as a starting point for this contest. I'm going to do a weird thing here, and I'm going to bump that down because that's weird that you can see my little taskbar there. All right, so it's 9 in the morning and it's 101 degrees here where I am. Okay, so I am going to kind of direct you where you can jump into the Discord link, where you can kind of jump in, get some mentor feedback, and grab some of these helpful links and learn more about the Create Waves project is over here. If you go to bit.ly/PS Discord, you want to make sure that P and S are capitalized, because that will send you to the proper server, and you will find yourself in a nifty little place that looks a lot like this. This is our Discord. These are all the wonderful things that people are posting. Sam Peterson is in here dishing out the knowledge and the feedback and all that good stuff. Ted is in here dishing out the knowledge and the feedback and all that good stuff. And I am in here posting some cool pro tips for you folks who are maybe a little bit unsure about how to create a case study. So you can find some case study pro tips in there. Come in here, check out everybody else's work, check out what everybody is doing, look at everybody else's designs, give some feedback, make some friends, share your own work, get some feedback on your stuff, you know, all that good stuff. So please do that. I would love to see what you create. I'm gonna go through some more of these later today, but for now, 'tis time actually to jump in to our project for the day. This is challenge number 3, illustrate a sea creature using simple lines, shapes, and textures. And this is what we're gonna do today, because you know every one of these episodes is going to be kind of a little mini Adobe Live Planet Earth. So today we're going to be illustrating anything that you want to illustrate, really. You can choose whatever you want, but I am choosing to illustrate manta rays because I think manta rays are fabulous, and we did talk a little bit about manta rays on our first day, our challenge 0 day. And we also, if we go into our Create Waves library, if you have added the Create Waves library to your piece or to your Creative Cloud, you will see actually a lot of images of manta rays that are really wonderful. This one actually may actually be a stingray, but I know for certain that this one down here is a manta ray, and there is also an image of my favorite ray. This could be a stingray too. I don't think so. I think this is the spotted manta. But these down here, where are they? Where are they? They're so amazing and incredible, and I really want to show them because they're like some of my favorite creatures ever in the whole ocean. Let me see. Maybe I passed it. I think probably the oceanic giant manta ray is my most favorite ray. And there should be a picture. There we go. There we go. This is it. Look at this big boy. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going to be illustrating and painting up some manta rays today. And it's actually going to be fairly easy because a manta ray, if you break it down to its basic shape and form, is a pretty simple shape. So I'm going to show you a bunch of different ways to kind of illustrate this shape. And then I'm going to show you some interesting techniques for how to paint it up or illustrate it up if you're using a stylus or if you are using a mouse. So let's dive into it. So you can kind of take a look at these. These are the images that are given to you in the Create Waves library, as I said, and I just kind of paint bucketed in a color here. I'm going to make a new layer for myself with Control-Shift-N, and I am going to actually start with the brush tool. I'm going to start with my brush tool, and I am going to paint out just a shape of a manta ray. And I'm going to just do a top-down view of the back because I think that it's actually really, really cool to be able to paint the manta ray from the top down so you can get its cool patterns and all that good stuff. And I'm going to give you some manta facts along the way because who doesn't want manta facts? Actually, hold on. I'm going to grab this color real quick. I'm gonna make my background that color so I can do some cool blue over the top of this. All right, so let me grab my brush. I'm gonna maybe snag this color. No, we'll snag this color. And then I'm gonna close my libraries here, grab my brush tool, press B on the canvas, and I'm going to make sure that I have my smoothing cranked down. And I am going to grab, we could actually use like the hard round brush, maybe with a tiny bit of smoothing. Okay, so one way that you can do this is you can kind of just get this good like triangle shape going on. If you have a stylus and you're able to kind of come in here and start making like half of this manta, if you want to, you can kind of sketch it out like this, maybe Control J or Command J if you're on a Mac. You can right click, flip horizontal, and start building out an actual manta ray. And this is a way that I would kind of approach this myself. If I was doing this just, with my stylus, I would start creating a shape like this and just start sketching in this interesting form of a manta. But not everybody in the chat today is actually going to have the luxury of being able to create like this because because not everyone has a stylus. So I'm gonna throw that one up there. That is just kind of one idea. If you're able to use a Cintiq or use a drawing tablet or something of the like, there is a manta for you. There you go. It's a basic manta shape, but we're gonna work with it. Next, if you are actually, let's convert this to smart object. Let's convert that to smart object so that I can resize it as I want and I'm not going to lose a bunch of quality instead of trying to resize a rastered image, okay? Now, a thing that you can do is you can also use your mouse with smoothing turned on and a possible bit of symmetry. So I'm going to come up here to this beautiful little butterfly here, and I'm going to set our symmetry to vertical. I'm going to set it to vertical right here. I'm going to make a new layer, Control Shift in, if I can. Hold on, let me Control Shift in, boom. So I have a new layer here. I'm gonna hide our manta. I'm going to crank our smoothing up to like 55. And then what I can do is I can actually start drawing. I'm using my mouse right now. Start drawing a shape like so. Boom. Start drawing a little manta shape. There we go. There we go. And then you can make your brush bigger and you can come in and start coloring that in if that's how you want to create your manta. And it's, like I said, it's a fairly simple shape. It's not something that you have to be like a perfect 100% excellent accomplished illustrator to attempt. It may still be difficult for some of you performing the challenge for today because, hey, maybe illustration is not your forte. Maybe you are unfamiliar with it and it's not all that easy for you to do. However, I think that of all the things we could choose for this theme for you to start with, if you're kind of new to illustrating, this is a pretty good place to begin. So we've got a little manta here, and then I can come up and I can turn my symmetry off, and then I have a manta, and I can come in and clean it up if I want. I can hit E on my keyboard to access my my eraser. I can hold Shift so that when I erase a little bit, it kind of tapers that down and keeps it straight for me. And there we have another interesting manta ray. And I will put that right up here. Let's unhide our other one. We've got these interesting shapes. We're actually kind of making, ooh, I am doing a weird thing here. I don't want to do why is Control Z set to transform again? That is strange. That is very weird. I just updated, so that is a weird thing. I might have gone into the settings and done or no, that's showing me the Control Z is set to unzo, but I'm doing Control T and it's like retransforming. I think Control T is set to transform again, which is odd. So instead of transforming, I'm just going to press V on my keyboard, and I'm going to use my move tool for that today. And I will figure that out at a later date, which is probably going to be right after this stream. So now we've got two mantas, okay? And then the last way that you can do this, if I make another layer with Control Shift N, is we can use our pen tool, which is P on your keyboard, unless you have set P to something different. Otherwise, it looks like this. Right up here, it's got a little icon just like that. And you can, actually, if we go like this, I can hold Shift so that it makes me like kind of a perfect line, perfectly straight line here. And I can come in, kind of do something like that. Maybe something like that. I'm gonna give this one kind of some pointed wings, I think. Like this. I think I'm gonna go for this kind of manta. I'm gonna say make it a shape. And I am going to, yeah, that is doing I must have hit a strange button on my keyboard when I bonked my hand on it a little bit ago, because that's a little odd. I wonder if anyone in the chat knows what that is. Is it recommended we use the colors theme in the Create Waves assets? You can if you want to, but it is your project ultimately, and you can pretty much do whatever you want, I think. Manta facts. Yes, we're gonna get manta facts. Did you check your, let me see, tutorial circuit? Station Earth, thank you. I don't know. Not sure. I'm gonna, let's see. I'm gonna do a really quick detour. I'm gonna go into File, Edit, actually. I'm gonna come into Preferences, and I'm gonna go into, I should have Interface, no, Keyboard Shortcuts right here. And I'm going to go into Image. I should see a free transform someplace. I don't really want to spend very much time on this, but I would like to be able to solve this just in case you folks ever find yourself in this. It might not be in Image, it might be in Edit. Okay, let's see. Copy merged, paste special, blah, blah, blah. Where free transform, Control T. Oh, no, transform again is Control Shift T. I want this to be Control T. Control T. That is so strange. I'm only pressing Control T. I wonder if my Shift key is stuck in some way, or I wonder if I could do Control T by selecting my other control over here. Nope, that is very strange. I don't know why exactly that's happening, but I will resolve that as soon as possible. So I'm just going to use these. So I think I'm going to go with my tiny manta here, and we are going to use the last few minutes to talk about manta facts. Oh, I'm trying to transform yet again, and I cannot. I can't do it. Let me see if I can come in to here, undo transform, and I'm just going to zoom in then. That's how we will navigate around this, is I will, that is so weird. I am really not, that's never happened to me before. Maybe we can make a larger ray because I can't even zoom. Let me see, hold on. I can actually hit my Z key and I should, there we go, okay. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, we're gonna get through this. We're going to resolve this issue. So this is a less clean manta shape, but this is what we're gonna do. So the, let me see, make sure I have this. I'm going to create a new layer, Control Shift N or Command Shift N if you're on a Mac, and I'm gonna set that layer to a clipping mask. And while I show you some cool techniques for how to create a manta's back, we are going to talk about the things that make mantas super, super awesome. I'm going to turn my symmetry on again. We're going to jump back into vertical here, and I'm going to position this right here, kind of in the center of this manta. Hit enter, grab my B, press B for brush. I want to make sure I'm not on pencil here. So the oceanic giant manta is actually, I don't know if you knew this, but one of the smartest fish in the ocean. In fact, it is said that it is possible that the oceanic giant manta, is possibly self-aware. A very loose mirror test has been conducted on the oceanic manta, and it was found that they displayed very interesting kinds of behavior when they interacted with their own reflection. I'm going to start adding some dots in here. We're going to do kind of a spotted manta. Here we're going to add some fancy dots. And they are also some of the largest things in the ocean. So a lot of times people see the shape and they're like, oh, what a cute stingray. No, not a stingray, folks, because the oceanic giant manta can actually reach sizes of up to 29 feet wide. That is wider than some vans. That is wider than some bus vehicles. And they can weigh over 6,600 pounds, okay? These are massive creatures, and they are incredibly gentle. They are incredibly gentle. They are the kind of creatures that love to just kind of coast around real nice like in the ocean. They are kind of like gigantic birds of flight that are just underneath the surface of our ocean, and they are some of my favorites. Another thing that's really cool about them is that though they are enormous, though they are huge, they jump, folks. They jump. You can actually see when attracting the ladies, the oceanic giant manta actually leaps out of the water and coasts across the sky to belly flop and look super cool in front of some chick they're trying to impress. I'm impressed. I don't know about you folks, but I am super impressed. So I've got my my spotted manta kind of created here. We've got a few more minutes, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to make my brush a little bit larger here. I'm gonna I'm gonna have to do this manually because I've done a strange thing and kind of lost my hotkey capabilities, which now you folks can see why I always tell you hotkeys, 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 because they're such a huge part of my workflow, and they make things so much faster. Now you can actually see real time how much faster hotkeys, learning those shortcuts really make your workflow, because now I'm doing everything kind of manually. So I'm gonna come in here and grab a lighter color and still on this, this is kind of spotted. I can come in and kind of do some bright colors if I want maybe something a little softer. Oh, I can't do actually my erase. Let's see. I'm really having to like maneuver my my workflow here. This is putting me to the test. So I'm just gonna add like a blush of some white here, and then I think in my last few moments I'm gonna do a pattern on this manta that is a little closer to the true oceanic giant kind of look. So I'm gonna hide that one. That's like kind of an interesting idea for you folks. But the oceanic giant manta most commonly actually has kind of a dark sort of texture on it. Let me make a new layer, Control-Shift-N. I'm going to turn that into a clipping mask as well. And let's see how fast we can power through this. Let's make a second manta. I am going to, let's see, that's pretty good. I'm gonna make sure I have like a dark blue. I'm gonna fade, ooh, we want it even darker. I'm gonna come over here. Let's do something like this. We're gonna make this dark, okay? Now the oceanic giant manta is usually denoted by the interesting T design, the T-shaped design on top of its head. So it has like this tiny little portion of the head that's actually got like these white shapes. So I'm just gonna kind of blur in like that. I'm gonna snag myself a brighter color like so, crank my brush size down, and I'm gonna come in and see if I can't place some brighter manta kind of spots here. Let's see if we can do that. Let me bring those in like so. And this looks more like the oceanic giant gray to me, something that has like that little dark T zone there, and then we can kind of put some brighter color on here. It's kind of a little bit like painting traditionally now because I don't have my Control-Z, so I'm really actually forced to be a lot more deliberate with my brush strokes here, which is actually not bad practice. So you know what? Happy accidents. This is actually a-okay with me. I'm gonna turn my flow down maybe. You can experiment with flow. As you notice here now I can go over it and keep brightening that if I want. I'm gonna go ahead and cover this up because I don't actually want that there. But kind of changing the flow like that will kind of make what you're creating a little bit softer. So let me make sure maybe we'll try this round pressure brush. Turn the flow down, select this, and then I'll come in kind of really blur this color up because I don't want to blur it out. I don't want to cover it up totally. I just kind of want to do something interesting like that. And maybe finally we'll take a little bit of this light color and give him some texture down under his arms. So that is all the time I have today, folks. I don't want to get cut off. I apologize for some of the technical difficulties. Those were very unexpected, but I hope I still got the point across to you, all of you folks watching today. And I hope that you learned a little bit about the gentle giants of the sea, aka the gigantic, the giant, the wondrous oceanic manta. Yo, what's up, Megan? It's good to see you. What's up, Panda? So that is all I can do. Yeah, I'm gonna restart. I just didn't want to restart during the stream because I only have about 30 minutes, but I gotta go. So I'll see you folks later today. Adios, everyone.